Om Shri Babaji Namaha. Om Shri Lahiri Mahasayaji Namaha. Om Shri Yukteswarji Namaha. Om Shri Paramahansa Yoganandaji Namaha. Om Shri Shaliji Namaha. Om Shri Goswami Kriyanandaji Namaha. O ye powers that be, O Great Spirit, most beloved and precious Ishtadevata, in all of thy names and all of thy forms, be with us. May thy presence fill every cell of our beings as we share this time together. Pour forth thy light upon our minds. Pour forth thy love upon our hearts. Pour forth thy santosha in every cell of our being. In this moment that we are together, may we attune to thee. May our devotion to thee ignite the light of Kriya, feed the light of Kriya that is within each of us, the sun that is our sun center, that it rotate freely without interruption through our sasamanic channels, strengthening, vivifying, enlivening and enlightening every cell of our beings. Om Shanti, Om Shanti, Om Shanti. Om Gum Mahalakshmiye Svaha. Om Gum Mahalakshmiye Svaha. Om Gum Ganapataye Svaha. Om Gum Ganapataye Svaha. Om Gum Ishtadevata Svaha. Om Gum Ishtadevata Svaha. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste. Welcome to my heart. Welcome to our Sunday Sangha. A time to meditate together, a time to lift together, a time to feel the blessings of life, the blessings of our Ishtadevatas, the divine ones. Take a breath. Take a deep breath at this moment. Do you remember Mohan? Mohan the barber? Remember Mohan the barber, who was the most devout of all of the barbers along the Ganga, in all of the towns and all of the cities? You ran into him a couple years back on your last trip to India, your last trip to the Ganga. His stall is right at the top, right at the very top of the street. Bought it a few years back from Ganga, from Mohan the elder. I'm sure you remember him. And if you remember closely, you might remember the last haircut you got from Mohan. Mohan is famous along the Ganga, famous in all of India, in fact famous throughout the whole world for his devotion. He has the little barber shop at the very, very top of the street that walks along the Ganga, just along in Varanasi. Every morning, Mohan comes out with his broom and clears in front of his shop, makes sure everything is dusted nice, lifts the metal door that closes his shop in the evening. It's a nice shop. He's got a metal door that opens and closes. He's not a street barber, but he has his own place. And as he sweeps and prepares the tea, the chai for the day, and makes sure that the chair is all set nicely, he chants, as he always does. Om Gum Mahalakshmi Svaha. Om Gum Ganapataye Svaha. Om Gum Shivaji Svaha. And on. He knows all the names of all the forms of the divine. Now, Mohan is famous, as you well know, for one thing. He has, because of his devotion, he has quite a miraculous yoga city. Besides giving a good haircut to all the pilgrims who were going along the Ganga and being a wonderful, kind soul, he can tell, he can see, he can feel, he can smell your Ishtadevata as you approach him. He can see and smell and feel who your Ishta is. And as soon as you come near him, he starts to chant a mantra just for your Ishtadevata. Nobody can quite figure out how he does this, but he never fails. If you love Lord Shiva, he chants Lord Shiva. If you love Lord Buddha, he chants to Lord Buddha. If you love Jesus the Christ, he chants to Jesus the Christ. If you love the Divine Mother in any of her forms, he chants to that form. To Lakshmi, to Saraswati. Just remarkable. One day, one morning, it started out just like every other morning. Mohan the barber comes to his shop and gets ready. And when everything's ready, he stands right at the door. You only take care of one person at a time. And approaching him, very unusual. Most of the people who come are men. But on this day, a young girl comes. Oh, beautiful hair, long hair, down way past her waist. Shining, black, beautiful hair. Oh, she was radiant. She was just radiant. And his usual cry was, "Would you like a haircut today? Would you like a haircut? 1 rupee for a haircut." But he saw her and he was struck dumb. She comes to him and she says, "Mohan, you're not greeting me. Namaste ji. How can I help you? I can see you're a pilgrim. How can I help you?" And she says, "Well, Mohan, don't you think you should ask me the question?" No. You don't want a haircut, Mohan. Mohan, I'm going on a pilgrimage. Mohan, would you ask me the question, please? His heart, he didn't know what to do. He could see around this beautiful, beautiful girl. He could see the feeling of Venus. He could see Lakshmi. Oh, he didn't want to cut that hair. Now I came all this way. I'm waiting for you to ask me the question. I have my rupee for you. Please help me on my pilgrimage. Would you like a haircut, young miss? It's only a rupee. Yes. Please, please, come in, come in. She comes into his shop and takes a seat. And the shop glows, just glows. And Mohan, with tears, tears, tears running down his face. Are you sure? Are you sure? Mohan, I'm going on a pilgrimage. It's just hair. Please, take it. And so he does. He shaves her hair, shaves her head, praying and chanting, Om Shri Lakshmi Svaha. The young girl smiles at him. And she says, you have a gift, Mohan. And he says, well, I see the Ishtadevata of all the people who come to me. I see who they are most devoted to. She says, I know. And I see where your heart lies. And I see the expansiveness of your heart, Mohan. For you treat all forms of the divine the same. And in front of him, right there at the doorway to his shop, not inside, not outside, but at the sacred doorway, he looks up, and the young pilgrim girl becomes the light of his Ishtadevata, Shri Lakshmi Svaha. Shri Lakshmi has come, Venus has come to his doorway, staying, radiating there for all who come and all who go, sharing her blessings with him. Keep up the good work, Mohan. Keep up the good work, and you will keep seeing that which is needed. And in the blink, she walks down the road towards the Ganga. And although Mohan never saw the pilgrim girl again, he held Lakshmi in his heart, in every cell of his being. His devotion to her was unparalleled. But the miracle of Mohan, the blessing of Mohan, the greatest gift of Mohan, is that for each soul who entered his aura, he could see, he could honor, and he could respect their chosen form of the divine. His devotion was so great to his Ishtadevata, his chosen form of the divine. His devotion was so great that his heart was able to expand, his consciousness expanded, and he realized what I have in devotion to this form of divine, others have to their forms of the divine. It doesn't matter if their divine is a rabbit, a tree, or a well-known form like the Buddha or like Christ or like Allah. Doesn't matter. Shiva, Sarasvati, Hanumanji, Ramaji. It matters not what the name is, but it matters only that I respect and honor and help those who are going on a pilgrimage to allow their devotion to blossom, to fill every cell of their being. So today, the full moon in Libra, Venus moving direct after her long period of retrograde, unusually long, moving direct. What a blessing that is. Allowing us to feel, to see the beauty of life again and again and again. We turn to the consciousness of devotion. Now, it matters not what I'm devoted to. It matters not what your neighbor's devoted to or your children's devoted to. It matters what you are drawn to, what you are devoted to. Oftentimes people will say, well, I don't believe in God. All right, it's fine. Is there something that is higher than you? Something that for you embodies the greatest attributes that you can perceive of manifesting in life? I don't know what they are for you, but I know that for each of us, there are great attributes that manifest in life. Is it artistic expression? Everyone has something they're devoted to. Yesterday we had an opportunity to honor a world-renowned yoga teacher, luthier, guru in our lineage. And one of the ways he was honored was that 3 musicians who had instruments that this man had made played the instruments. And several of the instruments were instruments that he had created specifically for them, not something that he had mocked, but created. Not something he had copied, but something that he had created. And one of the musicians used to try to play, she was a classical guitarist, and she would try to play her classical guitar playing sitar music. And it irritated his ear. He could not bear the sound that came out. And so he created something, and he sent it to her. And he combined parts of a sitar and parts of a classical guitar and sent it to her and said, try this. See how this works for you. Now, his devotion was to sound. His devotion was to his practice, whatever his practice was, whether it was hatha yoga or meditation or creating music. What are you devoted to? How are you spending your life? What are you devoting your life to? It's a question that we have to ask ourselves at least every full moon and every new moon. What did I devote my last lunar cycle to? Was my mind all over the place? Did I devote it to practice? Am I learning something new? Did I choose to learn something new during this period of time? What am I loving in life? How am I loving in life? Now, love. The Bhagavad Gita talks about the yoga of devotion, the yoga in which we devote all of our actions, all of our thinking, actions, thought, speech. We attune it to a form of the divine. We attune it, we are devoted only to that form of the divine. It doesn't mean that you can't do other things that you enjoy. It doesn't mean that you cannot create artistically, that you cannot learn to play music, that you cannot sing, that you cannot write poetry, dance, cook beautiful food for your family. But it means that you must carry within you a state of consciousness, of attunement to love. And where does this attunement to the Venus principle in our life begins? It must begin, my beloved, first with cultivating non-judgmentalness. Not so easy. We have to cultivate non-judgmentalness. And in this time with the chaos that's going on in the world, that means we must cultivate the capacity to say, the blue light of self-awareness, isn't this interesting? Not indifferent, not indifferent, not indifferent, but detached. Oh, what can I learn living in this time of chaos? How can I return again and again and again and again to balance? Non-judgmentalness. Loving begins with non-judgmentalness. Now there are many common manifestations of love. You can categorize them into three segments, if you will. There's if love, there's because love, and then there's love. And that love overpowers the if love and the because love. I love you if you get good grades. I love you if you believe the same things I do. I love you if you behave in a certain way. I love you because people will think highly of me if they see you with me. I love you because of the way you dress. I love you because of the way your body looks. That's a big pit to fall down. I love you because of the way you make me feel. And here's the big one. I love you because you're living your life exactly the way I say you should. We do this to our children all the time. We do it to our siblings, to our neighbors, to our friends. I love you because I think that you should wear this today. You should look like this today. You should do that today. You know, what's wrong with you? You're a yogi. Why did you get your hair cut off? Why does it bother you? What's wrong with you? You're a yogi. You let your hair grow. Why does it bother you? You have a beard. You don't have a beard. You have a mustache. I don't like the mustache. Take it off. We must, in beginning to cultivate love, we must find non-judgmentalness so that we can begin to say, like Mohan, I accept you. I accept you. And in my acceptance of you, it does not mean that I have to like the way you're behaving. It does not mean that I have to support the way you're behaving. It means that I must accept your right to live your life as you feel is best for you, to have the experiences that you feel is best for you. And in that acceptance, if you will, that I must give up the clinging, the desire to control, the desire to stop you from having pain associated with your experience. It's very difficult as we begin that process. Not easy at all, as we say again and again and again, I'm going to become devoted to my practice, to become more intimate with the divine as I perceive the divine. But to do that, I must respect and honor your choices about the divine. Become like Mohan. Learn everything you can about the other forms of the divine that people attune to. Learn their names, learn their attributes. In Cordoba, in Spain, there is one of the most beautiful buildings. At one time, it was just simply a mosque. And then a piece of karma manifested, and they built a Christian church in a small part of the mosque. Still, the majority of it is a mosque. But in each brick that is built, in each alcove that is built, in each piece of art that is built, the artist has signed it not with their name, but with Allah, the name of the divine that they attune to, with Allah. Isn't that remarkable? The entire building. You go to other buildings around the world and people have signed their names to leave their imprint. But in this building, everyone signed the name, the words that they use, the letters that they use, really, to embody their form of the divine. You know the story of Lord Hanuman being asked the question, are you really devoted to Rama? You're just a monkey. I don't see how you can be a great devotee. And he rips open his chest. The name of my Lord is written in every bone in my body and upon my heart. Now, my beloved, what would you say if somebody says to you, what do you love? Not what do you prefer, but what do you love? What are you devoting your time to? How are you devoting your time? How can you vivify your life? Not with anger, not with jealousy, not with fear, not with greed, not with avarice, not with weakness, but with strength, with courage, with wisdom, knowing that devotion to your highest principle will guide you along your life. At this time, at this moment, at this day, as we move into our meditation, into our prayer, I ask you to stop and ask yourself, we're still in the full moon cycle, what are you devoting your life to? What are you devoting your life to? Don't lie to yourself. It doesn't matter if you are like Mohan the barber and you're lucky enough to have an actual shop at the top of the street, everybody passing you by, giving you a chance to help again and again and again. Or if you're one of the street barbers who simply puts his chair up, or not even a chair, just the razor, calling for people to come and get a shave. It doesn't matter what you're doing with your life. It matters how you are doing what you're doing. Is the way that you're spending your days, the way you're spending your nights, the way you're spending your moments, is it feeding you? Is it feeding your soul? Is it feeding your devotion to the divine? Turn now to your Ishta Devata, even in the times that are chaotic as they have been, even in the times that are uncertain, that seem wobbly. The certainty is your relationship with the divine. The certainty is your relationship with the powers that be. Not, my beloved, not certain that, they are going to do what I want them to do, but that you can turn to them. You can turn to the divine. You can turn to your Ishta, to your chosen form of the divine, to all the divine, to say, what is the wisest for me at this time? The wisest thing to say, the wisest thing to do, and the wisest time to act. What should I be doing now? And then, really, I think for all of us at this time particularly, the answer is to turn inward again and again and again and say, are my thoughts, my words, my action, are these going to be of help, or are they going to be of hindrance? Will they help others, or will they hinder? Will they help life, or will they hinder? Slow down. Become one with your Ishta as you're drinking your tea, as you drink your water, as you enjoy your morning yogurt or your bowl of fruit, as you take your walk and see the flowers, as you look out at the moon, lighting the lake in front of you, lighting the ocean in front of you, as you walk in the mountains, as you walk through the city and see the little flowers peeking up through the sidewalk. Attune your mind to the divine, your chosen form of the divine. Begin by remembering to turn inward always, constantly, consistently. And we can begin again today by saying to your Ishta, what name may I call you by at this time? What name? Is the name that you call your Ishta by the most intimate name, the closest name for you? You know how important names are. You know it's important that you're called Sacha. You know it's important. You know what happens when somebody calls you by a specific name. I do. There is a name that I am called by only a petite handful of people anymore in my life. It's a name that my family called me by, but many of those family members are no longer here. But when that name is said, when that name is spoken, my heart opens in a different way. I think, that person knows me. They know me. For that person, I would do anything. Anything that I can, that they need, I would do. This is the name you wish to be able to call your Ishta. So today, you will have a chance to ask your Ishta. We will go together in meditation this morning, as we always do on Sunday mornings. And as we join in meditation, as we complete our meditation, we're going to pray together. We're talking about devotion today. We're talking about attuning to Venus. But as we pray, we must let go. We must let go of our ideas of how something should be, of how it should manifest, of what's right, of what's not right. And recognize that there are beings that are far more powerful than we are, that can take our energy, take our prayers, and join with us and direct those prayers and energies the way that they can be of greatest help, greatest service to life. I don't know about you, but I know that with the karma that's unfolding in the world, I do not know the wisest course of action, but I know that the Divine One does. The divine in all of its forms. So today, let us strengthen and vivify our devotion to that which is the highest attribute in our lives, that we might turn inward and become one with that, and not love because you got a cute smile, got a nice handbag, got a great car, or if I love you if you get good grades, or if you bring chocolate. No. But I love you. Just, I love you. And with that love, my beloved, it is founded in acceptance, in letting go of all of your preferences, letting go of your attachment. You don't have to let go of the preferences, let go of the attachment. And for just a moment, accept and love yourself and life, of which you are a part. Did you hear? I said accept and love yourself. If you're going to love, you have to love this too. Even when you look at this and you say, well, it doesn't look the way it did before. No, it doesn't. Life changes. Accept yourself. Accept others. Accept life. Namaste. Namaste ji. Let us meditate together. Sitting with your spine erect, place your hands in the Om Mudra. Focus your attention at the sun center. Pull the energy from the limbs of your body to the trunk of your body using the sipping breath. Inhaling. Yet again, inhaling again. And again a third time. Pulling the energy up to the sun center. And now take that energy as a golden ball of light and expand it. Expand it out in front of you. And sweep around to the left, counterclockwise, encasing your entire being in golden light. And do this 3 times. And now, my beloved, ascend, ascend, ascend upward. Above the building you're in, above the room you're in, above the earth plane. Let us ascend. finding yourself in the highest place. Become comfortable. In your mind's eye is a mountain. From the very top of the mountain, the very top, a light radiates forth upon you, shining down upon you, calling you, calling your most intimate name, by that name that you love the most. You hear it radiating down from the mountain through the light, calling you to ascend. With ease, you reach the top of the mountain. You see that the light is coming forth from the entrance to a cave. There's a large path open in front of you, calling you. You enter the cave. It's safe and comfortable and very, very private. You feel the sacredness of the cave. As you are drawn forth, the cave expands. You come to a massive room, brilliantly lit. Welcoming. You know it is here you will meet your Ishtadevata. In your mind, hold the intent to become more intimate with your Ishta. Speak to your Ishta, saying, please come forth, be with me. That on this day, at this moment, I may become closer to thee. That thou will reveal unto me thy most sacred name. From the light comes forth the Divine One. your chosen form, your beloved. Smile upon your Ishta. Greet your Ishta, offer your pranams, your respect. Ask your Ishta for help. Ask that you be shown the way to call your Ishta, to strengthen and vivify your connection, your oneness. Listen to the Divine One. Feel your Ishta bless you with its smile, its light, its protection. When you have finished talking to your Ishta at this moment, for this moment, ask your Ishta to join with you as you ascend, to join with you with every breath that you breathe, to enable you to be one with it, that it is one with you. Encircled in the arms of your Ishta, encased in the light of your Ishta, protected with the love of your Ishta, with the acceptance of your Ishta, with the strength and courage of your Ishta, with the insight and wisdom of your Ishta. Ascend ascend, ascend. Ascending and reaching the top of the mountain. You and your Ishta turn your faces to the sun, the radiant sun within you, external to you, surrounding you. The light of life that lives at your sun center, that lives in each jewel of Indra's net, each thread, each jewel, the light of Anandic bliss. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. You and your Ishta, we and our Ishtas, each of us together, join in a circle at this time, the highest place, as we send forth our blessings to all of those upon the earth. First to Mother Gaia herself, using the Om Shanti mantra. Feel the golden light of Anandic bliss flowing forth from your sun center, you and your Ishta together, pouring forth upon Mother Gaia that she might have all that she needs to be healed, to be well, to be whole. Let us chant this 3 times. Om Shanti, 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 Om Shanti, 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 Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. O ye powers that be, join with us as we offer our petitions. Thou knowest best, most what is needed, the most effective way that the karma may be softened. We ask that thee soften the karma for all of the beings for whom we are praying. For all of those beings who are living with water insecurity, for all of those beings who are living with food insecurity, we offer you fresh spring water. We offer you vibrant, organic fruit, that your thirst may be quenched, that your hunger may be filled. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. For all of those who are living with economic insecurity, with housing insecurity, we offer you this cloth, this shawl of protection, that you always may find shelter. This gold coin, that all of your needs be met, that you be sheltered and safe. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. For all of those living in war-torn worlds, in chaos, in disruption, in fear, we offer you the protection of the divine, that you might find peace, that you might find strength, that you might find the bliss of Ananda with each breath that you breathe, that the karma may be softened. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. O ye powers that be, at this moment, seeing all of the beings upon the earth and all of the needs unmet upon the earth, we call upon thee for one thing and one thing only. Send forth thy blessings, that the karma may be eased, that it may be softened, and where possible, that it be neutralized. Let us chant the Om Shanti mantra 6 times, feeling the golden light pouring forth in all directions. You and your Ishta, we and our Ishtas. The light of Anandic bliss pouring forth from us. Join with all of the powers that be, that the karma upon the earth and upon all realms be softened. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. 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 Harahit Om. Thou art blessed. Thy Ishta has blessed. Thou hast blessed. With every breath that you breathe, become closer and more intimate with your Ishta. Become devoted to the highest principles that you can embody, that you can envision at this moment. Embody those. Become devoted to gaining the skills that you need to become more efficient, more effective in your devotion, in cultivating compassion, wisdom, and living a life of nonviolence. Bless all who enter your aura. Let your Anandic bliss radiate forth through Indra's net, lifting, blessing, and vivifying. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste, Ji. Thank you for the blessings of your presence, for being here today, for your yoga city, for your meditative energy. Again, thank you for your blessings. Namaste, Ji.